Hello Internet! And in today's episode of Honkai, we got Hysilens again, but this time it's gonna be a unique one. Usually when you see Hysilens, you would think, oh yeah, I just used Kafka with her, which is true, that is her best setup, but think about it. She is from the Nihility Path. You know what that means? That usually means Acheron would not mind a Nihility Path character, right? She does need that to trigger stuff like Izumo for sure. Plus, Acheron herself does need a lot of debuff infliction type of characters, which guess what Hysilens can bring to you. Based on her talent, there's a 100% base chance for any of her allies to just land a windshield, bleed, burn, or shock. So when you pair this Hysilens with characters that attack a lot, something like a Tribi, something like a Hyacin, all of those attacks will trigger the talent from Hysilens, giving them dots on the enemies, right? Not to mention with the ults from Hysilens, you also get Death Shred effects as well, which all actually helps Acheron a lot. But before we start everything here from the Creator Experience server, and this will be the team that is on our spotlight today. We got Hysilens outside of the dot set of how good can she potentially be. Well, obviously we gotta just check out all the stats and everything. Here's the stats right here. We got the Lyco, Trace, Relics. It's the same Hysilens from before. We got Acheron. These are just generally the stats. Bang, here's the Lyco, Relics, no Eidolons as well, but having Eidolons is actually gonna work so much better with Hysilens for sure. But well, we do be free to play over here. Tribi and Hyacin, they're both like really just mid gear. So if this team works out, it should actually be pretty good. I wonder how this will go. Before we get into it, a quick introduction to Loot Bar. It is a reliable website offering cheaper prices to purchase shards for tons of games, and I personally use it for Star Rail. Loot Bar offers cheaper prices for a variety of shard bundles and even for express passes. It shows how much you save on their site, so you know what you're getting. Not to mention the reviews reflect how good the services are. No issues there. There are unique shard bundles that could guarantee a new character. Some guarantees the light cone, some gives you general resources, or you can stick to the standard shard bundles that we have in-game, but at a cheaper rate. The experience with Loot Bar was pleasant, where the shards arrive in your account almost instantly after the transaction. It is in line with experiences with a lot of other users as well. And with characters like Saber coming along, this is the best time to give Loot Bar a try, and hopefully it'll help you get her. There are even E6 bundles for any diehard fans out there as well. Very helpful. It's very easy to set up. All you need is to click on my link in the description, sign up to Loot Bar, click on whichever bundle you like, enter your ID and server, complete the payment, and you're good. There are a lot of other games outside of just Star Rail as well that they offer services for example, Wuthering Waves and the Zone Zero, and that's just to name a few. But yeah, it will help me out a ton if you just give it a try with my link in the description now. I really would appreciate it, and it directly supports the channel. If you use my link right now, there are offers like new user discounts or coupons that you don't want to miss out, and it'll help you get that character you so hope for. And with that said, let's get back into the video. But here we go. We will try it first against Japart. I actually think Japart is probably one of the easiest boss ever. So if this team is gonna even work at all, it should be against Japart, man. Let's test this theory out, okay? We have this zone in the background. You see the fishies there? Those are from Hysilens, meaning to say anyone who attacks the enemy now should land, like, you know, a dot. So we're gonna start with Hyacinth's ultimate right here. This will not be an attack, but Lil Ika will attack, and there means, boom, that's one extra stack and the 2 stack for Acheron. She has 8 stacks now. The first stack came from the attack. The other stack came from just Lil Ika's effect itself. That also debuffs the enemy, right? So now with Tribi, we go for the ultimate. Based on the zone's effect, we trigger a dot. That's enough for the 9th stack on Acheron. How good is that? How about the damage output though? The enemy does have all-time rest reduction right there, 20%. We got enrollment, which pretty much doesn't do anything. This is from Hysilens' light cone. But the most important metric being the defense reduction by 25%. It's not exactly the best thing ever, but it will do enough to just do decent damage still, right? How much damage are we talking about? Bang, and 383 into 1 extra stack right here because of the follow-up attack. And that was the entire idea essentially with this team, right? And we finally have a turn with Hysilens. I don't even think we use an E yet, so let's go and use the E. We get the vulnerability, and I'm gonna have to check it out again. But yes, we do get 1 extra stack on Acheron right there. But indeed, Hysilens' skill did land this debuff, which is just a damage taken increase. It's so nice actually that it's not just locked to dots. So even for something like Acheron, it could help out. So let's go with the E right here. Damage goes in. It's solid damage. But most certainly if you compare this to like the hyper dot teams paired with Hysilens, I think that team actually performs better right now. But regardless, though, here comes Hyacin. We're gonna touch them. That's 1 stack for Acheron into Lil Ika, double stack right there. That is actually so nice because Lil Ika and Hyacin attacks a lot. And yo, how much damage in terms of dot are we gonna do with just Hysilens though? Now they don't have a lot of dots. We got bleed only. We got like wind shears here and there. It shouldn't do that that much, but the main point being I'm touching them. Therefore, I will apply dots, and I still need 400k. How in the world did I get 400k there? What the flip? Well, don't mind if I do. So here we have Acheron. I want to try this as well. As I attack him, I should be able to land dots because the zone is still there. So do I gain a stack? Oh, I don't gain a stack. Does the zone not count? Technically, I'm not really in the zone right now. It kind of just like, you know, river of sticks or whatever. It's like Acheron's animation, and I'm not exactly sure. Or did I just gain a stack after the fact? I think I gained. Nah, that's from the surplus from before. So no, I don't think I planted a dot with Acheron's ultimate. Or maybe I just can't read or something. I'm sure it makes sense. Well, Triby's Q though sure does increase the stack into the ultimate, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, with this team, I'm pretty sure I should have put on Dance Dance Dance. Should do way better if I was on Dance Dance Dance. But either way, the fishes are gonna die. Now, little Manta Ray is gonna like take a turn. It doesn't matter too much. The dots from just Hysilens is doing shockingly high damage right now, I won't lie. But here comes the Ego. That's double stack for Acheron. That is so nice now. And now we actually have a surplus in friggin' skill points. This team, in contrary to the dot team, is very cheap to use in terms of skill points. I think I can use it a lot more times. So yeah, that will help out in terms of, I would hope you attack Hysilens a lot more. It would just help me get more ults, which is nice. But here we have you. I'm not sure what we can do here. I would love to use an E, but is there a way that I can like save this? I don't think so. I need one more stack, dude. Just one more, it would be enough. I could, and then I could like clear this in zero cycle. And what a shame. Is there any way I could do this? I don't think so. I needed them to hit Hysilens, maybe. But while we're strong for Q, that'll be one stack. Little Ego's 2 stack, but yet not the 3rd stack, unfortunately. The Manta Ray does take a turn here. I'm not sure if that matters. Yeah, it's not quite enough. Could just get Hysilens out there. That would have been the zero cycle now. Well, in any case, this for a freaking Acheron team is better than I thought. If anything, this is like a whole HP change thing, but we got Acheron now. Alright, now, given I'm just having a surplus of skill points, let's just use them like I've got a lot of them. Can we kill them with just the dots, though? That'd be pretty awesome. Or maybe just an E. That'd also be pretty good. Bang, and you're almost dead. We'll use a Q again, and there we go. We did kill them. So coming into this one, we can straight away use Acheron's ulti. I'm gonna use that right away. What's so good about Hysilens, right? The defense reduction on the enemies is based on the zone. So as long as the zone is there, we get the defense reduction, right? Right here, you have Monster Rhapsody. We still have this. It has no cooldown. As long as my zone's there, it's going to be like on field. So here comes the damage output. How much can we do now with Acheron? It's quite the older character, honestly, all things considered, but still 400k damage dealt. Not too shabby at all. I cannot believe I'm saying Acheron is just not too shabby these days. Well, she's no longer the queen of damage, man. She used to be, though. Anyways, we'll start with this ult now. So this ult will be another stack for Acheron into the attribute for another stack, into the Hyacinth for another stack of Acheron's stack, because the Liga's gonna attack right here into the freaking tribute ultimate. That is the 8th stack of Acheron. Right into an E with Hysilens, we get the ult instantaneously. How's that, huh? This is actually more than awesome. This is so smooth. I love it. Well, damage-wise, 459k. You can tell, I mean, damage output-wise, it's not the absolute highest, but we're getting a lot of ults so consistently that it doesn't really even matter too much. We're halfway there to like killing Japar. We should have this like easily now. We go with E right here. 3 stacks so far. Can we get one more like ultimate in this cycle? I think we absolutely could. Here comes 1 stack because we just touched him. We land the freaking talent into Lil Ika as well. I hate that you have 1 stack on the Manta Ray. Is that even like a Manta Ray or is the animal named Stingray? I swear I feel like they're both a thing, but well, whatever, man. Now they're kind of separated. I hate that. My gosh darn, LCD does not like that. Is that like LCD like the disease or whatever that you just hate it when something's imperfect? I probably completely butchered it. Oh wow. Can you touch me, please? Touch the girl. Nice. Oh, I would love to be him. Imagine being able to touch Hysilens. Yo, I'd be high on Silens. Alright, that was not funny at all.
Stop it. Get some help.
8 in the morning. I didn't sleep yesterday, so yep, just fair with me, man. Slash him to DF, Acheron. 300k. Japar's not really dying. We're definitely seeing some issues with, like, you know, lack of damage. Is certainly not the highest, given Hysilens only is, like, giving the defense reduction and damage increase, which is already good. Either the boss is just tanking me really well, or I think this is just generally how it would be, even for any other teams. I feel like so far, this feels like what an Acheron would do, though. So, in any case, I'm hoping to get one more Acheron current ulti in. We get a follow-up attack into Lil Ika. That's double stacks right there. We're gonna jump in with Triby's ult as well. That's the 6 stack. We got 3 left before we can get one more ult in, but I don't think we're gonna get the 3 left within the cycle though, unfortunately. So yeah, we're gonna let them attack us. The fishes are doing AoEs, which is pretty nice to just generate energy. But I will say, this is actually kind of similar to a lot of other teams. I'll explain later on. But here comes an E right here. That's the 7 stack. Japar wakes up, or rather, this freaking Stingray is gonna have to take a turn, sure. Japar wakes up here, just touch the Hysilens, not the gosh darn freaking Chinese song unicorn. If you understood the Chinese song meme, you are chronically on TikTok. Alright, now we should be able to end this with Hysilens, I think. 6%. Oh, that did 800k on Hysilens. That did a lot, dude. What? That's her alone. That wasn't even a dot team. Holy sh. So, that was 2 cycles, and here's the deal that was like mentioned before. That team's performance was pretty close to even like a Castrus or even like a dot team. Because I was like just 1 or 2 action away from clearing the first cycle in like 0 cycle. If I was able to do that, I could clear this in 29 cycles, meaning it's the same exact cycle count as the full dot team. And this is with an Acheron pseudo team, so I don't even think this is like a pseudo team. I think any Acheron teams would actually perform quite similarly. It will maybe be like from a 0 to 2 cycle range, which just means this team actually works. I actually doubt you can 0 cycle that easily with just like a normal, you know, Cypher plus Acheron team. Without a healer, you can probably touch 0, but with a healer, you're looking at 1 to 2 cycle, which is literally the same as like the full dot team, right? So props to Acheron and Hysilens, honestly. All things considered, the reason why this team worked at all is because Hysilens does give a lot of like generally useful buffs, more than you would think. The defense reduction, a lot of teams would love that. The skill gets you 20% damage taken increase, which a lot of teams love that too. If you just shut down everything else, Hysilens kind of just look like a Pella, doesn't she not? It feels kind of like a Pella. If you just have her own light code, it gives you speed, not to mention. You just get more speed for your entire team, right? Because anyone gets attacked by an ally, you just get speed buff. That's so nice. And not to mention, on herself, you can actually add a lot of dots, because anyone who takes turn and takes action, you know, using your low Ika plus Hysilens, using the tribute that constantly goes with a follow-up attack, you get wind shear, burn shock. You get a lot of these so quickly. So being able to trigger them all with Hysilens all while you're floating now. Oh god, this angle is crazy. Well, Hysilens all can just trigger all of those dots without any other dot ally. And it actually does decent damage. You hit like 800k with her just that. That was surprisingly a good team. Wow, I cannot believe. I thought it would be like just lame or like just mid, but that wasn't really mid at all. That was pretty damn good. So yep, that was Hysilens with Acheron. Surprisingly a good team. However, the final verdict, would you pull Hysilens just to pull off this team? Absolutely not. If there's any reason to really pull Hysilens, is when you want to go for the dot archetype with Kafka, with not really necessarily Max 1, but definitely Kafka Hysilens. You gotta have those two together. I've been mentioning that for a while. But there's also one thing that I think is worth noting for. If in the future they ever touch dots again, Hysilens and Kafka will both always be in that team. It's already guaranteed. You want them in that team. So it's actually a pretty tough choice for people who really like would plan to like play dots or whatever, or in the future maybe a dot character is really attractive, you will love to get them. It's like worry and not worry, right? You could worry where, oh, if you don't have a singular dot character, you might not be able to pull for that entire dot team when the time comes. And you also don't have to worry, because I definitely know they will rerun every dot character if they release a really good dot character in the future. So yeah, don't worry about it too much, I suppose. Well, I don't have to worry because I will be pulling for you. Gotta get Mommy Kafka the best that I can, man. And that will be all for this one. We'll be cooking a lot more content with Hysilens and the guy contest as well. It will help you out. Follow the channel for more Honkai show stuff, guys. We'll be covering a lot of stuff, and that'll be all. Take care.